According to the CDC, nearly 50% of all Americans are taking at least one prescription medication. And we all know that prescription medications have numerous side effects. In fact, if you've seen any of those pharmaceutical commercials, you know they spend a great deal of time trying to convince us that this is a great thing and that we need to take this prescription. And then an even greater amount of time listing all the side effects that we'll probably have to take another prescription to take care of. And on top of that, in a 10-year period of time, the cost of prescription medications has nearly doubled. In fact, it's well over a $234 billion industry. Now, I'm not saying that all pharmaceuticals are bad. I'm sure that we have all taken a prescription medication at some point in time. But what I am saying is, what are the most commonly prescribed medications, and for what conditions? Is there a healthy alternative? Can I take a natural supplement or an herbal remedy instead? Well, I've heard people say, I've tried herbal remedies, I've tried natural supplements, they don't work. Well, I would submit to you that it's not the herbal remedy or the supplement that doesn't work, but that the body is not in optimum health in order to utilize that supplement or that herbal remedy most effectively. For example, if you have a house that you're trying to sell and the wallpaper is peeling, there's holes in the roof and rats in the attic and the pipes are busted, moving in beautiful furniture, no matter how expensive and worthy, is not going to help you sell your house. Why? Because the foundation or the structure is not in good condition. It's in poor condition. And the same thing is true for the human body. If the body is in poor condition, giving it the natural herbal supplements or herbal remedies are not going to be able to be as effective. So there are three essential areas of life: mental health, physical health, and environmental health. And directly related to that are three activities that work synergistically with your body to cure yourself. And those things are exercise, diet, and sleep. So let's look at mental health first. There are many things underneath mental health, but we're going to look primarily at depression and anxiety. Now, what can you do to relieve that? First of all, sleep is very important. Adults should be getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night. We know that's very difficult sometimes. But getting that sleep will relieve stress. It will increase mental clarity. And if you're exercising will release serotonin. It will also release neurotransmitters that help relieve that depression. The body also releases something called SAMe, and that has to do with serotonin as well. And if you can't get your body to produce enough, well, you can always take a natural supplement of SAMe. St. John's wort is widely known and is extensively used in Europe. St. John's wort is very effective with depression. And if you're suffering more with anxiety, you can always try something called kava root. It's made into a tincture, and it also is very effective. So now let's look at physical health. Physical health, we have obesity, we have heart disease, cholesterol, diabetes, high blood pressure. First, let me say that diet is very important. If you are eating a healthy diet, you will lower your risk for heart disease, lower your risk for some cancer, lower your risk for stroke, and you will increase, this is important, your good cholesterol. Okay, so now that we've talked about diet, what are some of the conditions? Well, obesity leads to osteoarthritis, and turmeric is a spice that is great for relieving that kind of pain. If you have heart disease, coenzyme Q10 is something that your body releases naturally, and also you can get that as a supplement. It's great for that. And you can also try for cholesterol, garlic. Garlic is something that we eat naturally, and it is effective against cholesterol. So are your leafy greens, by the way. For diabetes, cinnamon bark is great for preventing those sugar spikes. And also, like I said, your diet is very important. Eating your vegetables, getting those grains, and the lean meats. Those should be the primary things in your diet. So now we've talked about mental and physical. What about environmental health? Well, environmental health has to do with things that affect the body indirectly. Okay, so we're talking detergents, we're talking household cleaners, aerosols and air fresheners that we use, those things that are inhaled into the lungs or absorbed through the skin. And so they must be considered when it comes to health. Under environmental health, we're looking at trying to minimize our exposure to those chemicals. So if you have skin sensitivities, first thing to look at is your detergents and your soaps. You can get some really natural ones that have very few chemicals or none at all if you make it at home. It's also very cost effective. If you're talking about your household cleaners, you do not need the chemicals, the harsh chemicals in the store, no matter what they tell you. Those things are not going to make your house cleaner. You're just going to be exposed to more chemicals. For example, baking soda is great. It's very natural, and it will cut through all sorts of grease and grime as a paste. You can use it to freshen your towels, and it can also unclog sinks. And if you have pets or you're a smoker and you're concerned about odors in your house, a palm plant and coffee, those two things are great for absorbing negative odors. And if you like to put something into the air, try and use an essential oil diffuser. So we've looked now at mental health, physical health, and environmental health, and the three activities that work synergistically with the essential areas of life and with your body to produce optimum health. And we've talked about the supplements and the natural things that you can use. If we use these alternatives, we not only reduce our reliance on pharmaceuticals, but we reduce the cost, both financially and physically, of taking a lot of prescription medications. Healthy alternatives don't have the side effects that prescription drugs do. So if we do this, our bodies will be not only in optimum health, but we will be living cleaner, healthier, and longer lives. Thank you.